Imagine a jungle so dense, so alive, that the very air feels heavy with secrets. Now picture walking through that jungle until the trees suddenly part, and in the distance rises a colossal stone temple, its towers piercing the sky like silent guardians of forgotten worlds. This is Angkor Wat, ancient wonder, the largest religious monument on Earth, and a place where time itself seems to bend. But beneath the grand carvings and towering spires lies a history far stranger than we've been led to believe. A story of lost kingdoms, celestial alignments, and mysteries carved not just in stone, but into the very heavens. Angkor Wat was built nearly 1,000 years ago in the heart of Cambodia. Yet the scale of its construction is staggering, even by modern standards. Imagine millions of sandstone blocks, each weighing several tons, hauled across miles of jungle and rivers, stacked and carved into a city-sized masterpiece. Who organized such a monumental task? And more importantly, why? Because Angkor Wat wasn't just a temple, it was a cosmic map, a gateway between Earth and the divine, and perhaps a code left behind by a civilization that knew far more than history credits them with. As you walk among its corridors, every surface whispers a story. Carvings of gods, demons, and mythological battles stretch endlessly across the walls. The sheer detail is astonishing: armies of celestial dancers, heavenly chariots, and epics of creation etched into stone with the precision of an artist obsessed with eternity. Yet when archaeologists looked closer, they noticed something strange. The layout of Angkor Wat mirrors the constellation of Draco, the serpent in the night sky. Was it coincidence? Or were the builders encoding knowledge of the cosmos directly into their sacred architecture? And this is just the beginning. Beneath Angkor lies an even greater mystery. Using radar and satellite imagery, scientists discovered that Angkor Wat wasn't just a temple, it was the centerpiece of a vast hidden city. Beneath the soil, invisible to the naked eye, lie traces of canals, roads, reservoirs, and entire neighborhoods, evidence of one of the largest pre-industrial cities the world has ever known. A city that thrived centuries before European cathedrals even touched the sky. And then it vanished. Why? Was it famine, war, or something far more enigmatic? The Khmer Empire, the mighty force behind Angkor, rose to incredible heights and then collapsed with astonishing speed. Historians point to droughts, invasions, and political strife. But legends tell of darker reason, stories of curses, of kings who defied the gods, and of sacred knowledge that was lost when the jungle reclaimed its empire. Could it be that Angkor Wat's builders knew their world was doomed and left behind messages for us, carved in stone, hidden in alignments, waiting for future generations to uncover? The central tower of Angkor Wat is said to represent Mount Meru, the mythical axis of the universe in Hindu and Buddhist cosmology. Surrounding towers mirror the peaks around it, symbolizing not just geography, but the structure of existence itself. Angkor Wat was not just a place of worship, was the universe in miniature, a cosmic diagram built on Earth. But here's the question. How did a civilization in the 12th century acquire the astronomical knowledge to map the heavens with such accuracy? How did they orient the entire temple complex so precisely to the sun and stars that even today, the equinox sunrise aligns perfectly with its towers? The deeper we look, the more Angkor Wat begins to feel less like a temple and more like a message. And what about the strange carvings that don't quite fit the narrative? Hidden among the depictions of gods and celestial beings are figures that defy explanation. One carving, in particular, has fascinated researchers for decades. An image that looks uncannily like a stegosaurus etched into a temple wall. Skeptics dismiss it as coincidence, but others argue it's evidence that ancient people knew far more about Earth's past than we can explain. Did they inherit knowledge from an older, forgotten civilization? Or is this proof that history is not as linear as we think? Before we dive deeper into these mysteries, if you're enjoying this journey through the secrets of Angkor Wat, support this channel by liking the video, sharing your theories in the comments, and subscribing if you haven't already. Your engagement helps keep these hidden stories alive, and I promise what we uncover next will only get stranger. Now, let's return to the temple. Deep within Angkor Wat's corridors lies a detail often overlooked. Many of the bas-reliefs were deliberately left unfinished. Why would master artisans working on the greatest monument of their civilization leave sections incomplete? Was construction suddenly halted? Was the empire collapsing faster than anyone realized? Or were the unfinished carvings intentional kind of riddle, hinting that the temple was never meant to be completed in the physical world, but only in the realm of the divine? And then there's the water. Angkor Wat wasn't just surrounded by a moat, it was carefully engineered with vast hydraulic systems, reservoirs, and canals that extended for miles. To modern archaeologists, this was a feat of urban planning. But some researchers believe it was more than practical, it was symbolic. Water was the boundary between worlds, a cosmic ocean encircling Mount Meru. Angkor Wat was not only a temple, but a mirror of the universe, both a city and a celestial machine. Could it be that the Khmer engineered their capital not simply to live in, but to ascend from? The collapse of Angkor remains one of history's great enigmas. Abandoned to the jungle, forgotten by the outside world for centuries, it seems almost as if the temple itself wanted to vanish, like a riddle waiting to be rediscovered. When European explorers stumbled upon it centuries later, they could hardly believe such a city had been built by human hands. Some even theorized it must have been the work of a lost race, perhaps connected to other mysterious civilizations scattered across the globe. Was Angkor Wat part of a greater network of ancient sites aligned with the stars Egypt, Mexico, Mesopotamia, reflecting a shared hidden knowledge that transcended cultures and time? Even today, as tourists flood its halls and cameras flash against its carvings, Angkor Wat refuses to give up all its secrets. Scientists continue to uncover new structures beneath the jungle, and astronomers still debate the meaning of its stellar alignments. But perhaps the real mystery lies not in what Angkor Wat was, but in what it still is. A reminder that civilizations rise and fall, that knowledge can be lost and rediscovered, and that somewhere in the ruins of the past may lie keys to the future. So the next time you see the image of Angkor Wat, don't just see a temple, see a cosmic map, a lost city, a puzzle carved in stone. See a civilization reaching for eternity, and ask yourself what else lies hidden in the jungles of our world, waiting for time to give it back to us. Thank you for watching. If you're fascinated by the mysteries of Angkor Wat, then you'll want to journey further with us. Explore our other investigations into lost civilizations, hidden temples, and ancient secrets that still defy explanation. Until next time, remember, history isn't just the story we're told, it's the mystery we have yet to uncover.